The upheaval in Dwight Manfredi's, Sylvester Stallone, world intensifies in Episode 8, which combines personal betrayals, high-stakes mob drama, and a startling turn that connects to the season's growing threats from the Dunmire family and the government. It's a suspenseful, action-packed film that lasts roughly 41 minutes and seems like the halfway explosion before the final act. The main story points, character arcs, and the massive plot twist hinted at in the teaser are all fully explained here. At a dubious diner, Dwight is confronted by Special Agent Musso, a recurrent source of annoyance from Season 2, who demands that he play ball by providing information about the Dunmires in return for immunity from his marijuana empire. Dwight sorta agrees. He spills just enough to allow the feds to raid a Dunmire warehouse, but it's a setup where the warehouse is set up with phony goods and dummies, humiliating Musso's crew on national television. Dwight jokes, "Feds are like bad hookers, always promising more than they deliver." This is where the humor in the episode really comes through. The consequences of the betrayals from the previous season are severe. Chris Caldovino's character Mitch admits to Dwight that he has been using the income from the distillery to cover his gambling debts, attributing it to Tulsa fever. Mitch has a fractured nose as a result of a vicious beating in the CA Doro backroom before Dwight, barely, pardons him. The team is further shattered by this. Tyson, who is still recuperating, withdraws and tells his sister that he is done with life after witnessing too much blood. Cleo, the distillery owner from previous episodes, is abducted in retaliation by Jeremiah and his irascible son Cole, a wild-card antagonist introduced mid-season. In Episode 3, Dwight's gang stole a hidden 50-year-old bourbon reserve, which they demand. Dwight oversees a midnight rescue at an abandoned oil rig outside of Tulsa in a suspenseful scene. Cars flip, guns go off, and Cole is shot in the shoulder, but not before he drops a bombshell. The plot twist. Cole is actually Tyson's half-brother from a one-night affair Jeremiah had with Tyson's mother in the 1990s. "Blood don't mean loyalty," yells Tyson as he hesitates during the gunfight after learning of this family's secret. The episode culminates in a rain-soaked confrontation between Dwight and Jeremiah at the distillery. Jeremiah talks endlessly about old-school honor, before drawing a knife, but Dwight uses a concealed derringer to turn the tables, shooting him in the leg and demanding a ceasefire. Dwight snarls, "Nothing's over till I say it is," repeating the title. A text message from an unidentified number appears on Dwight's phone as he leaves, with a picture of his daughter Tina bound and gagged along with the words, "Family reunions just beginning." V. Vendetti. A fresh danger. Cut to black. Gut punch. The terrible cliffhanger from Episode 7, in which Tyson, J. Will, was assaulted by the henchman of Jeremiah Dunmire, the new villain, performed by a seasoned character actor, after a botched protection racket shakedown, is where the episode begins. Bodie, Martin Starr, utilizes his hacking abilities to reroute a getaway car using a stolen police scanner app, which allows Tyson to barely survive. Bloodied but enraged, Dwight arrives at the scene and gives one of his signature Stallone monologues, "25 years and it can taught me one thing, nothing's over till the last guy's standing." This establishes the tone for the unresolved business subject of the show. With Stallone devouring scenery like it's his last meal, this episode fulfills the promise of higher stakes for the season. Tyson's arc gains emotional depth from the sibling twist, and the Dunmire conflict seems more intimate than before. As of November 10th, it has an 85% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, where it is praised for its twists but criticized for some predictable Fed drama. If you're following along, Episode 9, Dead Weight, will air on November 16th. Tina's rescue is likely to go awry.